Hi Mark, good session of the day. Hope you found it helpful. I know it's difficult to try and work on some of these downswing movements there. Certainly instinctive reaction does tend to take over. But I know with a bit of practice you'll work hard at this game and you'll get that strike back to where you want to. And the feeling of this left arm doing what it needs to do now through impact. Yes, it might feel a little bit strange now, but I think certainly long term it's going to help you both in terms of a health perspective, not getting that left arm too locked and too tight, and also actually controlling that club face. Now, there is a balance between being sort of rock solid and completely tight and loose, floppy and flimsy, and we don't want to be either really. We want to be sort of somewhere in the middle there, fairly sort of loose and able to move, but still controlling the club face with some kind of control there. So setup wise, very, very good. Taking the golf club away now, moving the golf club out nicely as you take the golf club with the shoulder, the arm, the torso. Backswing there, getting a very, very good position there. Nice hip turn, we discussed a bit in that last lesson. So you're making a really good hip turn there. Same in this case now, getting the club really to a good position at the top of the backswing. The feeling is for you now is almost like a downward motion from your arms here. So the arms are kind of working down here and just basically softening and dropping rather than sort of pulling with the left arm. If the left arm kind of gets a little bit too kind of rigid and a bit too stiff, as you come back to the golf ball here now, because you're not able to get that arms to drop, you catch it a little bit high on the golf ball. You can see here post impact now how high that left elbow is. Makes it very difficult now if you just square that club face up. So when you do then sort of almost exaggerate down to try and get to the golf ball, face is often left a little bit open and we get a sort of twist off to the right there. And if you really then over exaggerate your right arm move and try and fight against that left arm to square that club face up, you might overdo it because you're stronger in your arm and the ball might hook to the left. So, but the arms aren't really working together as one. They're not controlling the club face really. It's just more a question of reacting from the previous shot. So we can get the sensation the arms are kind of dropping. I would certainly recommend the 2 T-peg drill we did there, even if it's just at home, whether it's T-pegs or bits of stone or anything you can get sort of on the outside of the club head just to give you some feedback. It's very, very common guys get practice swings made, hit the ground and go, that feels really good, and then in reality when the ball gets there it pings off to the side because obviously the contact of the ground isn't where the ball is, it's obviously to the side one way or t'other. So in this case we can see because your arms are working a little bit soft, they did tend to go outside a little bit. In the pink tee we can see they're just being clipped just a little bit. Okay, it's still a reasonable strike of the golf ball. The arms as we come through here now, the left elbow we can see now a lot more down in this position. You've released the club much better, and the arms now finish with a much more relaxed finish there with that club of your left shoulder rather than so high as you were up there. I mean, just the angle in that left elbow there for me is a bit more comfortable as opposed to being kind of way up there, really, really high left arm. Like I say, the frustration I think you get is your swing visually doesn't actually look that bad. You've got great rhythm to the swing. There is a very, very good movement, as your friends say on the golf course. You do swing it aesthetically very, very pleasing. Just that club face just gets a little bit out of whack at impact, and obviously the information is given to the ball at that time in the swing. So you just work on that impact, buddy. Get that left arm being a bit more under control and sort of softening as it needs to be, almost like a backhand frisbee throw kind of sort of sensation. Get the left arm correctly moving, and I'm sure get that ball flying a lot straighter and a lot further. So I hope that makes sense. Any questions, obviously do give me a shout. When you're down the range, please send videos through to me. Let me see how your swing's progressing when you're on the range in golf balls, and we can make a look and see how the progression is making, and then we'll catch up in your next lesson. Okay, cheers buddy.